As for my face, I really wouldn't recommend using the aqua color on your face because it can be a bit drying and it's probably going to be a bit harder to apply onto your face all over. Maybe in little areas like I said, but I personally prefer the Manic products for my face. And Manic do a huge range of different goth kind of face products. These are just a couple, but they do like a cream kind of foundation, they do like a goth powder, they do all sorts, and I really love the products and I use them anyway. So I've mentioned earlier, this is the Manic Dreamtone foundation, and it's a great foundation. You can either use it on your own if you're going for this kind of Halloween-y, really pale goth look, or you can use it to highlight just on a normal daily basis. And I've had a few questions sent in to me from people that say, I've used NC15 MAC foundation and it's still too dark for my skin, I'm really pale. Buy this foundation because you can mix in a tiny little bit of this with your normal foundation on a daily basis, and it's enough just to kind of lighten your foundation to the level that you need, and then you can still use the foundation product that you like, but just mix in a bit of this. But I've used this all over my face today. I really like this because it actually comes with a little applicator, and I basically just put on my primer first, put this on all over my face, and then just blended it in. And what I use to seal my face with is another product that I actually use all the time, which is the Manic Virgin Pressed Powder. And this is just a normal pressed powder, except it's completely white. And I'm a huge fan. I tend to just put it over my normal foundation just to lighten myself a bit on a daily basis. It can be pretty stark white, but I do like it. But for sealing this, I just took a big powder brush and I basically just applied it all over my face to set the product. And you can use it, take it with you, just to do touch-ups. So the Manic Virgin Pressed Powder I really recommend as well, and I do use this all the time, and it's a big favourite with Dita Von Teese and Marilyn Manson and all those people. It's a great product. Okay, so now that you've got the basics of your white pale skin down, I'm going to go into more how to work on it from then. You can kind of have a nice silvery shiny tone to your skin by using maybe an iridescent or highlighting powder all over. This is just like a Sugarbaby powder, so you could apply something like this over, add a glow to the white. That's one option. Another option is on your face. You could use some kind of pigment, like I've got a Napoleon silver pigment here, and I've got another pigment here which is just a white pigment, and you could use them in certain areas just to even highlight and lift more areas in your face and make them more pale. And like I mentioned before, for Halloween you might be coming as a zombie or dead sailor girl or something else, so you might want to add a tone. So I'm going to show you that now. Because you're going to probably be applying an eyeshadow over this white product over pretty much all of your skin, don't use your best NARS or MAC eyeshadow. Buy a cheap one. I'm using just these really cheap ones that I picked up in a $2 store because I'm going to be applying in a big area and I'm going to be using a lot, so I really don't want to spend a lot of money. Maybe I will make my arm, might make it blue. So I've got lots of different colours on here, lots of different shades of blue, and I'm just going to basically rub it over. I'm going to provide a few pictures of what I look like as a dead sailor girl for this horror party that I went to. last year, just to show you kind of how it looked. And this is exactly what I used. You can use eyeshadow on your face as well, because you can kind of contour, like you might want to have blue or green eyeshadow as your blush, and you might choose to darken it in areas where you need to contour your face. So, I don't know if you can see, but I've added like a blue tone to my skin, which makes me look a little bit dead. Then you can always take like this green. I'm going to look a total mess now, aren't I? It's a bit hard to see on camera, but you can use the blues and the greens and even the greys to add a tone to your already pale skin, depending on what you're coming as for Halloween. So that's basically it. They're the main products that I use for pale skin. Like I said, you can use these products anyway if you are into kind of the retro, slightly goth style like I am. And the Manic foundation in particular is really great for that. So this may only apply for you for Halloween, but if you're like doing something a bit different anyway, then you might want to just kind of use this tutorial for average every day. Another great all over body foundation that you can use if you don't want to go as full on as the Kryolan is you can use the MAC Face and Body foundations, which I've heard a lot of good things about, and that's what Dreamtone uses on her body all over, just to achieve a natural kind of pale look all over, because it is pretty hard to get really pale skin without the help of makeup. But hopefully this has helped you a bit, and I hope you guys all have a great Halloween, and let me know what you're coming as. I'm not sure what to come as yet. If you're wondering about the black lips, you've probably already seen my black lips tutorial, but if you haven't, that might be something that you might want to do for Halloween. And I'll speak to you guys soon.